Should you abstain from sex? Should you really? As in this day and age, is it such a big deal? Yes. Yes, it is. Hi, my name is Dr. Uza. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. The reason I decided to talk about sex today is because of the increase in the number of STIs and HIV cases that I have been seeing in my gyne clinic. And there are some lessons that I took for granted that we had when we were in primary school. We had this thing called the ABCs of sexual practice when we were in anti-AIDS. A was for abstinence, B was for being faithful to one partner, and C was for condom use. I took it for granted. I thought everyone knows this by now, but it seems we have to go back to the basics. Too many people are getting involved in premature sex without even being prepared because of the pressure that comes with the pop culture and everything, and the death of the Virgin Power, Virgin Pride movement. Everyone wants to get involved in the latest thing that comes with sex and sexuality, even without knowing fully what they are getting themselves into. So, here are 5 benefits of abstinence. So, one, we have birth control. Abstinence is the number one method of birth control. It is 100% effective. It helps you to it helps you prevent unplanned pregnancies and all the complications that come with unplanned pregnancies. There's the stress, there's the thought of maybe abortion or adoption or guilt that might come with such a complication. So if you want to avoid unplanned pregnancies, 100% recommend abstinence. Two, we have prevention of STIs and HIV. If you do not have sex, you will not have sexually transmitted infections. We're talking about chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, human papilloma virus, and all these other things that you really do not want to get involved with. Number 3, it allows for time for a deeper friendship with your partner. If you do not have sex, usually you tend to expand your horizon, go for the movies, talk, walk under the bridge, and in those things, you're learning each other. You're learning to see what this other person is about. You get to know each other, allow for time for growth for you and the relationship that you have before you indulge into physical intimacy. Number 4, it helps you focus on your dreams and your future goals. Studies have shown that people who practice abstinence have better focus and better energy, more of themselves to invest into the future them. You have more time for your studies, you have more time for your hobbies, and therefore you have more time to invest into the future person that you want to become. Number 5, it gives you freedom of being young. You're young right now. I'm sure because of peer pressure and other things, you want to act older than your age. You want to go out, you want to smoke, you want to drink, you want to sleep around. But once you're older, if you ask people who are older, they want to be young again. So you who still has the benefit of youth, treasure it. It is your life. There's a lot more that you want to do with it, I know. So right now, be free to be young. And one of the best ways to do that is to practice abstinence. You get more trust from your parents and your relatives and your friend group. You maintain a good reputation and you enjoy yourself. If you have decided that you want to abstain from sex, how best can you abstain? I have 4 methods that I think might be of help to you. Remember why you have chosen abstinence. What is so important that you have chosen that for this particular time in my life, I will not indulge in physical intimacy. So depending on your reason, use that as motivation to keep yourself pure and to not indulge in such things. 2, think ahead. You know the circumstances that might tempt you into such a situation. So if you're planning a date, if you're planning an outing, stay safe and you know where your temptations might lie, plan ahead and find some way to avoid putting yourself in a situation where you might be tempted to venture away from being abstinent. Don't use alcohol and drugs. Alcohol and drugs hinder your reasoning, it dampens you down, and then it limits your inhibitions, your restrictions. So, if you indulge in alcohol and drugs, it is easy for you to fall into temptation, and we do not want that. So, avoid those vices. For my last point is to get support from someone you trust, either an elder or your parent or even your best friend. I know most people do not want to go into the promise rings and stuff like that, but if you surround yourself with people whose values align with yours, it will be I find it is going to be easier for you to stick to abstinence. Most of the reasons why people fail to be abstinent is because of peer pressure. So find yourself in a group where the peer pressure will be positive, where you will encourage each other not to indulge in sex, to stay safe and to stay healthy and happy. For more, you can subscribe.